guess all these cars were in that movie. That's going to be interesting. This boxcar here, this red boxcar, it cost $758 each in 1874. It was acquired by the state of Nevada in 1971. Restoration to its authentic 1917 appearance was completed in 1982. Number 1011 was acquired in 1988 and car still awaits restoration in the shop. In fact, this boxcar is original or restored to a 1917 state. It was also purchased for the movie, and it also can be seen in that movie we're going to buy. They got them all back from the movie companies. These safes here, they used to have them full of silver and gold. I carry them on the train. All this is still to be reconstructed. Old stuff has to be worked on. See, that's things in process of restoration there. It's already stripped. And number 10 looks in pretty good shape already. And the caboose in the back too. Another train under construction or whatever, I don't know. Something they picked up for restoration. Engine here has been nicely fixed up. Look at that. It's coach number 8, 1869 for $3,822. It was a lot of money then. This was also sold. This was sold to Metro Goldwyn Mayer in 1946 for movie service, and it came back here eventually. There's some neat stuff back there. Even old truck, railroad truck that would run on the railroad cars. Oops. And this is another more current engine. Yeah. And look at all the lamps. All these lamps from railroads. Biggies, yeah. Yeah, most of them are there from there. There's a stove from one of the railroad cars. Lots of stoves, yeah. That was always dangerous. Who knows what this is? They're all in Philly.
Did you see the one over there, that yellow one with the beautiful seats inside?
What's that?
Did you see the yellow one with the beautiful seats inside?
Yeah. From Patterson, New Jersey. Mm-hmm. And look what's up top there. Hey! Antlers. What the heck is that?
That's a motor car.
There's a point in the front?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. You guys working on it?
They are, yeah.
They are. Talk about a funny railroad car. It looks like a boat. See? strange. And here's the shop where they do all the stuff, all the renovations. And there's movie cameras there, and lights for whatever reason. That really is different. Railroad car.
Century, they wanted to build some rail cars to save on expenses on short lines instead of running a steam locomotive. So they had McKean build the cars, and they were well liked. So other railroads bought them. The Virginia and Truckee bought this one, and it's the best example of McKean's work left in existence today.
But what was it? One single engine, a single car?
Single car. It could pull one combination or baggage car behind it.
And what was inside of it?
You had the engineer's compartment in the front, and then you had small baggage area, and then you had a large passenger area.
So it was a combination of everything?
Yeah, then that's why the drop section.
Ah.
And then they converted the car in later years, put the after they got a mail contract.
Became a mail?
And then they had added mail to it, so they had the baggage in the back, the mail in the front, and then you had your passenger section in the center.
Huh. Looks like a boat.
Oh yeah. And it's been in the reconstruction shop now for about a month. And it's going to be there for another couple of years.
Is that all volunteer work, or is that state sponsored?
No, it's there's 4 paid personnel, and there are about 6 volunteers.
They do all the work?
Yeah. But they also maintain the operating equipment and perform other functions around here too.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it does take away some from reconstruction time. But when that gets rebuilt, it'll be operational. We have to build a motor from scratch. We have to build the front trucks. We have to build the rear trucks.
Wow.
And then all the seating and all inside.
You have machine shops and everything there, you can do that stuff.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we've got a wheel lathe out in the back, so they can take a wheel set and actually turn it. You'll see 4 tires out here. They're off of locomotive 8, right here where the car 8 is sitting. Last winter, locomotive 8 was up on blocks, just the locomotive.
Yeah.
The tender was over on the far side, and we replaced the tires on the locomotive.
Wow. Here is a car that was stored where? In Thousand Oaks, California?
Thousand Oaks, California.
By the movie company, and the woodpeckers came, and they're the ones who drilled all these holes in here. There they are. And they even stored either nuts in there. There we go. Got a nice close-up. How about that? And there's all the holes from the woodpeckers. Must have been a tasty piece of wood. There we go. There's some more old cars back there. Stuff. I guess they're going to restore most of this stuff. And this is a real Hummer here. Look at that. Holy cow. Made out of wooden wheels. What is that? It's a logging wagon. Logging wagons built in 1870 at Bassett Station, Albert Pass, used to haul lumber to the Sierra Butte mines with teams of oxen, presented to the Nevada Day Committee in 1950 by Cesar Lombardi. My. That is something else. Wagon, hauled by oxen to haul wood to the mines. Son of a gun. Here we have another wagon for oxen to, it's a freight wagon. An original something rotting away here outside. Jerkline freight wagon used by the H.F. Dangberg family to haul produce to Virginia City, Nevada from their Carson Valley ranches during the 1860s and 1870s. Son of a gun. Look at the wheels here. As high as I am. Actually higher. Huh. I guess they made these things themselves. Look at the brakes here. And how high it is. That's how they brought things to the market from the farms. Here we are, Nevada State Railroad Museum. Here's some more cars here. And here's an original station with a water tower. The Washoe Zephyr. That's what we saw before earlier. Running around here with a diesel engine. It's a real old-fashioned railroad station. Here we go, just like things used to be. You can sit down here and buy tickets. Right? The freight. And they have that full of water for the steam engines. And that's some kind of old house behind there. Okay. And there's the museum itself. I think we've seen enough now. This is the 1900 style building for the Visitors Bureau. That's how our resort is. That's where all the campers are. And way back there, some heavy duty mountains. The man he asked me about cowgirls. There's one of them. Let's see, there's plenty of cowgirls here. Where are they? Let's see. This is full of cowgirls. And little ponies. See, this is what people do here for recreation. They ride around the area and practice horses. Look at that. See the cowgirl? There's another one. Got a little horsey. There's a big mama. Here comes a big black crook. What's he doing here? horses are down there.
Because I'm gonna be came back seeing if she with that because she can drive.
Here you come. All cowgirls. Look at that beautiful horse. Whoa. That's beautiful. There's some men. I guess this is where they have rodeos and things. I don't know. There's bleachers on both sides. People watch. They sit up there in the bleachers. Here she comes. Here she comes. Look at that.
I already got mine.
Okay. You?
You took it?
Yep, took it. For my granddaughter. She's about as old as you. And she. Okay, we're going to take a little tour of the Nevada Capitol grounds here. It was installed in 1879 just because this was just a big field and only this house was here. And that's the house here behind the scenes. This is the state capitol with the silver dome. So this is the Capitol building here. They wanted to tear this down in the 50s, and luckily somebody said no way. The rock is all quarried by the prisoners here in Nevada State Prison. These things were all planted. There was nothing here, they said. There was just a mud field with this building standing in the middle of it. So they finally did some decoration, some landscaping, and planted these trees here that you see now here. People are getting married. There we see the Carson Mint. That's where the Carson silver dollars were printed. It's now a state museum. The Nevada State Capitol. First they didn't want to build one because they didn't think they needed it. It was rented space in hotels. But I think in 1869 they put this up in the middle of this huge field of 10 acres. Quite a little roof line there. Completed in 1871. Nevada's splendid Victorian Capitol was built of sandstone from the quarries of the town's founder, Abe Perry. The Octagon Annex was added in 1907, the north and south wings in 1915. Notable features are the Alaskan marble walls inside, French crystal windows, and the elegant interior. Entrance here. That's all that marble. They were quarried here in huge blocks of marble. I guess these are all the governors and things from Nevada, on both sides. Mom's going to sign in as a New Jersey resident. Whoops, the battery's running low again. Governor's office for Nevada. Nice, nice. As we walk up here. The Nevada State Supreme Court. Yeah. That's it. Ovens. Lake Tahoe. The same. Lake Tahoe Vista. We're going to drive all the way around this thing now. Mileage took us in the wrong direction, so we have to go all the way around. So you really wanted to go to Silver City and wind up in Tahoe. This is a typical picture of one of those logging things with the oxen that we saw earlier today. The wagon in the back, the oxen. They're taking the wood out for the mines. What does this say? Most of the 200, 500 old pine trees around Lake Tahoe fell into the woodsman's axe in the 1850s. How come? The discovery of silver around the city of Nevada created a problem market for mine time by building materials and firewood to fuel steam-powered machinery. Cut and move on logging resulted. 30 miles away, 20 years. We have a view. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Guy down there with his boat. It's tricky here. There's some of these old trees here. They used to sit here. And all these rocks. 500-year-old trees. Unbelievable. Beautiful. Tahoe. Tree they missed. Here in Lake Tahoe, and I just wanted to show you folks something here. The road that goes up here. And somehow that road gets up there. Is that incredible? Or is that not? Unbelievable, these houses up there. I don't know what we got up there. Man. What is that? Digital enhancement here. That's a house. There's another one here. There, that one. Holy shit. Unbelievable. These people have some walls there. To get up there. Oh, I see. It's this road that goes up. Cave Rock Estates. And then up that road back there. There's more houses there. All back there. Boy, must they have a view. My. And And this is now from the top of those houses. It's even scary standing here.
Come on, be careful. Meine Ohren.
The approach to Virginia City here. And nice house down there. Nice little place. But you can see here, I don't know if you can notice, I know up there, all kinds of work has been done in these hills. And right here on my left, there's an old mine. There's all kinds of nodes that go into the hills where these people dug and dug and dug. And all along as we drove here, we could see mounds of dirt. People are looking for gold or silver or something. So we'll go in there. Interesting brush here.
Wolfgang, you're standing half on the street.
Right next to Silver City. I don't know what that is. I just showed Mom this for miles and miles and miles of this. All this hills is scarred and everything is dug up everywhere. Virginia City's famous, world famous Chalor mine, whatever, is down there. All these little shacks and houses, pretty much deserted now and ghost towns. For sale signs everywhere. And here's a mansion that's for sale. Vacancy. By the whole place here. And all through here was things were dug. Here's somebody's, I don't know what this, whoops. Let me see what this was. It's now a museum, but obviously it was something that was not a museum, the opera house or something. Looks like it was a school. Fourth Ward School, it says. Big place. And outside of Virginia City. Take underground tours into the old mines. Particularly, this is it. This street, and then go down the hill there. That's where the Virginia City is. All that's left. I just wonder where they went with all the dirt. And all these big holes everywhere here. Quite a building. Particularly there's Virginia City, what's left of it. Churches are there, they're big buildings. Here we have sort of an old something, old street left. I don't know exactly what this is also. Old wagons, cars, houses. Talking about a ghost town. Here's the old town. The opera house up there. Every house has some saloon.
Step up here and try, Johnny Rio. Ain't no snakes faster than me, you'll see.
I saw one down at
Nice. Then and now. Every house is a saloon.
What?
Then and now, every house is a saloon. An old museum that they claim show you everything. What stories these places can tell. The V on the mountaintop. Old hotel there. Huh? The whole city is, you see, is built up in stages. There's another level higher now here. There were porches here. Over here was the Miners Union Hall. Wow, wow, wow. Comstock Lodge. I don't know, KFP, with Knights of Pythias, I think it stands for. And there are all these, remnant houses that they are being redone. Place, just like Carson City, Virginia City had to have an opera house. Original streets here, that's how they were, and still are. Going up to those other houses there. And here's the government building. 1876. Justice of the Peace and all that stuff. Must be Virginia City's major place here. It's on the National Register of Historic Places. It's beautiful. And then you got, lots that are torn down. And all little houses right next to them. And here's another big one, fairly big one. Then we go right back to these things. All kind of built on stilts because everything's sitting on the hill. As we look up there, you see below the V, there's something left. There's shack. Okay. Now I'm going down, 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 down. That's where my wifey is. There she is. Waiting for me. Hello. Waiting, waiting, waiting. This is typical. It's a saloon. Every house was a saloon or a house of ill repute.
Write that down. Happens to be a Frank.
Comstock lode. $500 million was extracted here. Destroyed by fire in 1875, Virginia City was quickly rebuilt and became a metropolis of 25,000 people served by stage lines and the Wells Fargo Bank and Express Company. It was later determined of the Virginia and Truckee Railroad, richest short line in the world. Territorial enterprise with the staff of Joseph Goodman, Mark Twain, Roland Daggett, Dan Quill, and Goodwin became the most celebrated and powerful newspaper in the West. All of the famous theatrical stars of the era appeared in John Piper's Opera House. Philip Deidesheimer, inventor of the square-set timbering method used in the Comstock lode, this major breakthrough in mining technology permitted large ore bodies to be safely mined at any height, width, length, and depth. Never was there any loss of life or property through any defect in the system of timbering. Deidesheimer chose not to patent his invention, but encouraged its free use throughout the Comstock lode. He died poor in San Francisco at the age of 84.
You gotta wait to gamble. That's the one that's gonna win the street run.
Clothing store. And here's some panning things down there, and a sample of an old gold mine. And that's how it worked. Put the stuff in up there and let the water run down, and somewhere along the line you'd find gold on the bottom. Find this fascinating. Ice cream? That's where Mark Twain worked as a reporter. Territorial Enterprise, and he first used his name, Mark Twain. And when he wrote Roughing It, that's this description of this area when he was here. Nice stores here. Love these doors. Disposable bullshit. Arms Museum, and railroad car. On and on and on. A big town at one time. Big town. Clock and Crystal Company. We have another church, yep, a little bit in bad shape. Worship is still around. Looks like Presbyterians didn't do too well. It's got a wood building. 1867. Son of a gun. See? Every street is another block up higher.
Can we go one more down?
Yeah.
Hurry up.
That's the next level down. And then there'll be another level and another level. Somebody's obviously trying to build a house here and didn't. But the foundation is there. The house. Down there. Nice. And these were built out of stone like that. Church. The old Washoe Club up there. Party time. Some fire engines in here. Look at that. Wow. donkey and hardware. So,
Hier, kein Depot.
huh?
Platz.
Yep. It's still being built here, something, whatever. All the old brick. You know, we do something here. How's this look from the rear? People live here. Huh?
Vielleicht kommt der Hund da und ins Bein beißt.
All railroad ties and railroad things wind up. They build walls out of them. That's how they wind up. You say goodbye. Mom said, no, 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 no. That was Virginia City back there. And this is the remnants of all that stuff, see the, and over there, mines. And in the distance, the far mountains. Really something. Here's an old mine. Doesn't seem all that old. I don't know what's going on there. Still stuff there. There's still a derrick or whatever.
In the truck.
Yeah. I don't know.
On the new camper.
Yeah, look at that. A camper up there. Huh.
He must be mining there. That's his land.
Yeah.
That's his mine.
It goes into the mountain there somehow. But what is that red stuff there? What is that?
Horse shack.
Huh?
They might have had the horses there and stuff like that. And all the equipment. Might have been a store.
I don't know what that is.
Nothing. I can't see anything.
I'll flip this monitor. So we left Bridgeport to get some diesel.
It says battery slow. Safe battery.
All right, shut it down. Here we are at Mono Lake. We were just at 8,100 feet high, and they're coming down now. We have to go down to that road down there. I don't know if you can see the little cars. Anybody see the little cars? Mono Lake, California. Mountains way in the back. Way back there somewhere. I don't know, can't see them. And what we see here is marble. Marble comes from these stones somewhere. Mono Diggins. About a mile northeast of here lies Mono Diggins, the first extensive placer mining excitement east of the Sierra. Kurt Norst is generally credited with being the discoverer on July 4th, 1859. A town, Monoville, boasted a transient population of 500 to 1,000. A post office was established December 12, 1859, was closed by April 2nd, 1862, as the prospectors moved on to Aurora. One of the most ambitious hydraulic water projects of the time was the transportation of water from Virginia Creek to the Diggins by open ditches known as the Mono Ditch. The remnants of the system may be seen by looking easterly from the highway summit or northerly from the bottom of the grade. I don't know. We are way up here somewhere on Route 95 in California, on the mountain, at a rest stop. The wind is howling or shishing, screaming, I guess, I don't know, through the trees here. It's very windy. There's snow-capped mountains all around us, and here we have a snow-free mountain. Just want to show you some of the rock here. It's also lava rock. This is lava. I don't know if you can hear the wind howling, but it keeps coming in from those mountains up there. Cold up there. It is a little bit chilly. And there's big trees here. So the size of these suckers here. Here's my hand somewhere. It's a biggie. And they go up, 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 up. Like that. Big trees everywhere. This one has a snowmobile sign on it, whatever that means. I guess this is a snowmobile path here. That's this thing here, to go down there. Like there. It's all like that. Up here, all kinds of people have shown up. You drive by, and there's somebody we know. Gathering pine cones. Leaving this stop, and Mom's upset because I'm picking up the camera. I'm driving really slowly up the hill. There's those peaks that we see there ahead of us. They're all around us here. I can't even see it in the film here. I bet you it must be in here.
Please, Wolfgang.
But I'm driving fine. We're 8,100 feet high here.
One snow peak is like the other snow peak. Here,
Mammoth Lake is here. There's snow all around here.
here's a crossing. Come. It's enough now.
Oh.
You're going to kill us. I
No,
tell you.
I'm not. I'm looking at the road.
Next time I'm going to I'll throw them out of the window. I don't give a shit. Put it
See
down.
how nicely I'm looking on the road?
No, you're not.
I'm not? What am I doing then? What am I doing? Tell me. Mountain up there is, hold on a minute, Morgan, 15,505 feet. And these are all here variably at 11, 12, 13, 14,000 feet high, all these peaks. And the strange thing is there's people living down there, right behind that red sign. Where is that house? What is that? It's a house? I don't know. Basically, people have cows here and horses. This is horse country, high horse country. There's another lake here. Mount Lake Crowley, I think it's called. And there was a little community of a few houses that we just passed. The mountains all around us here on this lake. And we're in a high plateau of some sort. It's called McGee Mountain. And that's 10,871. And that peak up there is 12,614, Mount Baldwin. pointing it here. Crowley Lake behind us is widely known for its trout fishing. It has yielded more than 40 tons of fish the first week of fishing season. It was named for Father Crowley, a beloved Catholic priest who traveled this area extensively. The White Mountain Range to the east is the home of the bristlecone pines, which are the world's oldest living things. That's over here. That's the east. The world's oldest living things are up there, the bristlecone pines. Now I know, this basin here, this is a basin. This was the center of a volcano, and it is called a caldera. And the collapse was preceded by a violent and tremendous explosion known as nuis ardentes, which caused a catastrophic ejection of approximately 35 cubic miles of superheated material over an area of 450 square miles. This resulted in the extensive tableland to the east and south, which is known as the Bishop's Tuff. The banded light and dark and colored formations of the Sierra Nevada was once sediment deposited by an ancient sea and is approximately 450 million years old. Here we are in the Boulder Creek RV Resort in Lone Pine, California. There's our rig there, at the foot of Mount Whitney, which is in the background. I think these few folks here in front of me are from Holland. I detected a Dutch accent. If we can go step over here a second, we can see just behind the RV there, the road that goes up the mountainside. You see those back and forth craggly things? That's where we're going to go up in a little bit. And then go back into the mountains. A couple of paths go back there, but nothing goes over them. It's about 14,000 feet high up there. Another shot from the back of the car. It's just a marvelous place. Well, here we couldn't go up the zigzag, and yet there's a guy coming down the zigzag.
Dat is een snow removal guy.
Look at that. So what's going on here?
That's the cleaning person.
What? It's June, folks. Oh, wow. Close the doors, Mollies. What's with these crows here? Crows. Well, there's a dry lake down the bottom there. This fella's going up again. Backwards. Grading thing. I guess he was up there doing something. This was the road we were going to go up. But look at this down here. Would you believe it that people live up here? Holy cow. Unbelievable. way up in the mountains in the valley. There's another house in the bushes there. Down there is the dry lake, Owen Dry Lake. Better shot of the dry lake. We gotta go through there tomorrow. What? Right, Mounties? No? What?
Hi.
Very interesting desert flowers here. In red. And flies everywhere. Lots of flies here. There's the valley down there. We're camped down there somewhere. And here we have some kind of yellow stuff. Oh, she's screaming. I gotta go. Boulders everywhere. Look at this volcanic pile of junk there. All these boulders here. And down there some kind of a rim of old eruption or something. Fantastic. Gunga Din was filmed here in 1938. This hill area, among many others in these Alabama hills, served as a stand-in for the hill country of northern India, where RKO made the classic adventure film Gunga Din. On location in Lone Pine, hundreds of horsemen raced across the hills and elaborate sets were built here and nearby while the cast and crew lived for weeks in a tent city off Movie Road. Directed by George Stevens, the epic starred Cary Grant, Douglas Fairbanks, Victor McLaren, and Joan Fontaine, with Sam Jaffe's Gunga Din, the water boy who wanted so much to be a soldier. There are a few boulders here. Kind of wild, kind of wild. Take a still shot. Take one of me.
Yeah. Er sitzt es ganz heiß. I don't think I can sit on it.
Molly said something about a crack up there. She'll have to explain it to us later. This is the Gunga Din scene again. Seats are hot, she says. There's a rock up there. It's just kind of sitting there by its lonely old self.